Flames swept through a Logansport business early this morning, leaving everything in its path destroyed.
News 18's Brad Oppenheim joins us now to tell us more about that fire and the history behind the building that once stood at 9th Street and Erie Avenue in Logansport. Brad?
More than 70 firefighters from 7 different departments were called out to this morning's massive fire. While the flames are out, Logansport lost a piece of the city's history.
Too close for comfort, I'll tell you that much. Way too close.
Around 4 o'clock Friday morning, flames ripped through Clausen Lumber and Peculiar Treasures building on Erie Avenue. Carlos Bryant lives right across the street from where the building stood, and he says the fire was one of the scariest things he had ever seen.
I saw a whole bunch of fire, a big flame. It was intense, cracked my windows, messed my truck up. It was so hot I touched the doorknob, it was, hey, couldn't touch it.
No one was inside when the fire began and no one was hurt. The state fire marshal was also called Friday afternoon to investigate the scene. Logansport Mayor Dave Kitchell says the cause of the fire is still unknown, but this fire was more intense than others.
It is a major heat fire. It's a wood frame structure, so it obviously burns hot.
Bernie Mitica is the fire chief in Logansport, and he says crews worked relentlessly to put out the flames.
We put a lot of big water on it. We had aerials up, which are not here right now, but they did a heck of a job.
The business has been family-owned since 1898. Ed Clausen was the owner and had worked at the business his whole life. He took over the business about a decade ago. Clausen didn't want to speak on camera, but he said he's devastated to see the business he spent his whole life around gone in an instant. Kitchell says he knew Clausen and he feels for his family's loss.
It's got to be rough for him because his family spent a lot of their lives in that building.
As of right now, there is no estimate on the cost of damages. Chief Mitica has deemed the building a total loss. Kitchell says for now, the city will work on getting things back to normal.
We'll recover from it. It'll take some time to do it. We are still at the scene and we'll be at the scene for a while.
Another fire broke out around 1:45 this morning at the former Richardson's Cleaners, half a mile away from Clausen's. Right now, investigators are working to see if the two fires are related. Brad Oppenheim, News 18.